Hi, I'm Pete Cater, and here we are again at Drumtech in London. And what I'm going to be doing today is doing some demonstrations of some of the examples in my column in issue 66. And if you remember last time, we were looking at some of the basic ideas, basic concepts of the jazz cymbal pattern, how it locks in with the 2/4 hi-hat, and getting some basic foundational stuff together for the left hand and the bass drum. Now, having established that your hands and feet need to be able to work really accurately together, we can start looking at a few more creative ideas and some things that are more typical of what you'll actually hear jazz drummers do on records. First of all, let's look at some basic variations on the ride cymbal pattern. And it's very tempting to get locked into just doing the kind of regular jazz ride beat all the way down the line the entire time, which of course is this. Now, of course, jazz drummers of all styles have always put little variations in that ride pattern, going right back down through the ages, right back to the original pioneer players in the early 20th century. And what happens usually is that one of the skid notes, okay, the 2-hand and 4-hand, they'll get left out or maybe moved on to another beat. If you have a look at the examples in the magazine, look at the first one, and we've taken the skip note off the 4th beat of the bar. So it gives us this: 1, 2, 3, 4. The second example puts the skip note on the 3rd beat of the bar. And as you see in example C and example D, we have variations upon that, where we've got the skip note occurring on consecutive beats. If you look at example C, you'll see that it's on the 2nd and 3rd beat of the bar. That gives us this: 1, 2, 3, 4. In example D, the variation, the skip note variation, occurs on the 1st and last beat of the bar, which gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what is really important to remember is that you're not going to be playing these as repetitive patterns. They're little variations to our standard ride pattern. So you don't want to be changing the ride pattern every bar. You don't want to be doing this. What's happening there is there's too much going on, and the pattern is kind of a little bit maybe too broken up to make the other musicians you're playing with feel comfortable. You don't want to be flying in variations in the pattern every single bar. Use taste and discretion to employ these concepts, then they'll be really effective and they'll add colour and variety to your playing. And if you look at the example, we've done like a 4-bar loop where we've just got the regular pattern for 3 bars, and then at the end of the 4-bar phrase we put our variation in. It's very important to listen to great jazz drummers on recordings to get an idea of what this stuff sounds like when it's in the context of like a group activity, of a band performance. One of the best records you can start off with is Miles Davis's album Kind of Blue, with the great Jimmy Cobb on drums. And you'll hear Jimmy's ride cymbal, always propulsive, always supporting the group, but not kind of getting bogged down into repetition. There's always little changes and little added nuances, little bits of shading, rhythmic variations, dynamic variations that really help galvanize the rhythm section and really bring the music to life. Okay, last time we were looking at playing a complete bar of swung 8th notes in the left hand and also in the bass drum. What we're going to do today is we're going to strip all that away and we're going to play individual groups of 2 in every possible placement in the bar. So the first possibility will be 1 and, okay? 1 and. So what I mean is this. Now, having done that, let's move the 2-note pattern in the left hand along 1 step in the bar to the next possible position. So that will be and 2. So it's going to sound like this. Obviously, the next place we're going to go will be 2 and. So we've got a whole lot of variations of just that single 2-note rhythmic pattern, which we can move down the bar, and you can also, just like last time, you could do it on the bass drum and also in unison. What you can also do is start putting a little element of improvisation in here, and if you slow it right down and put the 2-note phrase in randomly, like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so on and so forth. Those are some of the variations you could put in rhythmically. And also you can assign the notes to either the snare drum, the bass drum, or even in unison if you like. And you might get something that would sound like this if you add that second layer of improvisation. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. What's important to bear in mind with an example like that is there's not a lot of theoretical knowledge required to get it together. All it is taking simple 2-note, swung 8th note phrases anywhere in the bar, okay? Moving them around. They're slightly random. It's all important. Concept of improvisation is very much at the forefront here. So we're improvising rhythmically, we're also improvising sonically by using the different sounds available. I only have a basic drum set here today, but moving the left hand around the toms and other cymbals are all things that you will hear jazz drummers do all of the time. Once again, with all of this material, remember to employ good musical taste and discretion. Don't overuse it. Use it sparingly. Use it to enhance the music. Don't overplay it. Don't get in the way of the other musicians. Use these simple ideas to really enhance your drumming and to enhance the sound of the group that you're playing with. So that's it for this time, and we'll see you in next month's edition of Drummer Magazine. Okay, see you soon.